Ghost Trucker. Season 1, En route to Fort Bragg. Episode 1, Stragglers. Poem 3, More Signs. The night air was still upon their route. Not even a little breeze. Melanie lay cuddled up to Mike, as he drove steadily, and with ease. Now that she had drifted to sleep, he flipped on his radio. Hoping to find a good station, to keep him alert and on the go. He flipped to the first channel on the dial. I'll never forget the songs we sang. I'll never forget the games we played. I'll never forget the times we had. And I owe it all to you. Mike changed the station, he hated that song. But it buzzed and crackled, and before too long, it repeated those same 4 lines again, and he punched the radio in frustration then. I'll never forget the songs we sang. I'll never forget the games we played. I'll never forget the times we had. And I owe it all to you. Melanie stirred at the sound of the punch, and the swelling of the tune. Then Mike tried to turn it off, but the song fought through the gloom of the night, and the darkness around, and began to grow louder than every other sound. I'll never forget the songs we sang. I'll never forget the games we played. I'll never forget the times we had. And I owe it all to you. Melanie stirred as Mike grew cold, and the noise continued to grow. But Mike had to hold his wheel tight, and keep his eyes on the road. For even though he felt no wind against the sides of his rig, the overhead roadway signs quavered, and started to do a jig. Melanie screamed as one fell down, and Mike had to swerve to pass. Others began to melt like butter, as they went under an overpass. Just hang on. Mike screamed aloud, as they rocketed down the road, and Melanie closed her eyes shut, and tried to be brave and bold. Author's note: thank you for listening. Please share these stories with your friends. It is my hope that these stories will feed your hunger for fiction and fellowship, and through them, I can feed my family. Visit joshuadavidling.com for more info. God bless, Story Warriors.